Yo, gang. So, we got why South Africa is still so segregated, right? So I just did Cape Town, the 10 most luxury neighborhoods. And I had asked, like, what's the balance? You know, is it mostly black? And basically the answer was no, man. No, it's not. And honestly, I don't care, man. I didn't like that. I just expected it to be. I don't care. I'm somebody who thought, like, when we talk Africa, period, majority is going to be black. I understand other races is there. I understand that. But I just would have thought at least and hoped that when it came to the richest, at least it would be the black Africans, man. But no, it's not. So I'm checking this video out. I was told to check out, I was told like Johannesburg. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And is it Durban, I think he said, was like, well, you know, you get the rich blacks. So we finna just see why South Africa is still so segregated and just see what's to it.
This strip in Cape Town, South Africa, divides the beachside community of Strand from the township of Nomzamo. They're only a few meters apart, but the people on each side live very different lives.
Hold on. Let me go back. I know them houses on the right. Hold on. Them is houses on the right. What's them? Y'all let me know.
Beachside community of Strand
I'm talking about that.
From the town.
Because I need to make sure we're on the same page. I'm talking about them. Nah, them gotta be something else. What she finna show and right where the line at.
Township of Nomzamo. They're only a few meters apart, but the people.
All that is them houses. Them can't be houses, right?
People on each side live very different lives. Strand has backyards and driveways. Nomzamo is much more dense, and the people here have fewer basic services. Less piped water, less internet access, and Nomzamo is majority black, while the area across the line is majority white.
This ain't the type of shit I should be watching, bro. Cause this type of shit will piss me off, bro. That's what I'm saying. This just don't make no sense to me, bro. And then the fact that they basically is across some train tracks.
If we use dots on a map to represent race, you can see how stark that divide is. If we zoom out to the whole city, we can see it's actually everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. I see a lot of purple. And then somebody told me about color. That's the mixed people. Okay. That is crazy that y'all call colored people mixed, but I'm trying to see which. I feel like it's more. Yeah, it look like it's even more colored than the blacks, bro. The fuck?
And this is the case across much of South Africa. The color of your skin here often determines where you live. It also determines your quality of life. This map shows where jobs and opportunities are primarily concentrated in Cape Town.
Bro, I'm gonna stopping this shit, but what the fuck? How you gonna say that the color of my skin determine how the fuck I'm gonna live? Is y'all serious? This ain't serious, bro. I'm not going. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. This shit is crazy. What the fuck does she mean, bro?
This map shows where jobs and opportunities are primarily concentrated in Cape Town. And this is where most of the city's black people live, in informal settlements called townships on the city's periphery.
People have to move by public transport for up to 3 hours a day, and they can't take care of their obligations in the community with the rest of the family because they're always working and they're always traveling.
For decades, South Africa was under apartheid, a system that wrote segregation into law. A white minority controlled where non-white people could live, work, exist. Many were forced out of their homes.
No fees or minimums and no...
I wasn't expecting none of this, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just wasn't. This shit sounded like regular American hood shit, bro. But I'm trying to make it through, and then hopefully I'm being
Before.
corrected. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping to truly be correct. Like, no, Damo, we really be getting this shit popping out here. We straight up. No, this shit not looking right to me, bro.
Many were forced out of their homes. In 1994, a democratically elected government took power and ended apartheid. It was supposed to be a new beginning. But a lot of the country still looks like this. And that's because South Africa's legacy of racial division goes back centuries. In the 1600s, the Dutch took over the southern tip of Africa to supply ships with food along the trade route to Asia. 150 years later, Britain seized it and named it Cape Colony. Many Dutch colonists moved here, further inland, to escape British rule and continue exploiting enslaved people. Just like the Dutch, the British used Cape Colony as a strategic location for trade. It wasn't economically significant. But in the 1870s, that changed when the British started mining diamonds there. Suddenly, Cape Colony was one of Britain's most prized and exploited colonies. In order to get the diamonds out of the country, they built railways to connect the mines up here to the coast. The railways allowed the British to access a global diamond market through the port city of Cape Town. Soon, the economy of Cape Colony was centered around the railroads, especially this main route. The green areas on this map show the black regions of Cape Colony, largely left out of the railroad economy. Racial inequality in Cape Colony was being reinforced by location. To keep it that way, the colonial government started writing segregation into law. The Native Lands Act of 1913 pushed Black people into these areas, only 8% of South Africa's land, and restricted them from owning land everywhere else.
This is why, bro, I don't want to say I didn't do good in social studies, bro, but I was never the type of kid, and still to this day, I'm not into slavery, bro. I'm not into listening about this shit, honestly, because I don't want to say, it makes me mad, bro. It makes me mad, and I don't know, but I'm not the type to be like, oh, we held back because of slavery. I'm not that type, because I think today is just different. It's just different. I ain't saying we don't go through shit still, but today is just different to change our circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I feel like us, the new blacks, the newer age now, we got a better opportunity than those back then. We all can agree on that. But just hearing about this shit, I don't watch slave movies. I don't give a fuck if it's remade. That shit, Django shit with Jamie Foxx, I don't watch that type of shit, bro. I don't be trying to just be on that type of time, because I just be hating that it just be seeming like that's all that's pushed for us, bro. That's all that's pushed for us. Nothing good. It just be this bullshit. We was pushed over here. We couldn't afford this. This type of shit pisses me out. You see where y'all got me going today? It's 4:30 in the morning. This shit got me feeling wanting to punch this goddamn computer.
This land, and restricted them from owning land everywhere else. Or relocated them to the edges of the major cities to work for white people. These laws began to shape the region.
And then, I always said, bro, imagine being in school, right? Like me. And you in history, and they teach slavery about how this is just me. A black person was enslaved to a white person. Guess who the fuck is also in your class? A white child, bro. Like, that type of shit also just be keeping that shit going, and I feel like that shit makes them already feel superior over us at young ages. That's just me though, bro. That's why I just be feeling like this shit, man. We need either to teach a lot more good, or like we really need to just change our circumstances. But this shit is just, I'm trying to finish the video, y'all. I'm trying.
Cape Town's growth from the increased trade turned the port town into a major city. Many migrants from the rest of the colony and elsewhere moved here, to what was then the outskirts of Cape Town, where former enslaved people, merchants, artists, and immigrants were forming a neighborhood called District 6. As the city grew around District 6, so did the neighborhood. For decades, District 6 was a thriving, integrated community.
We were a very cosmopolitan, you could say, family almost, because there were people from all different nationalities, from all different walks of life.
This was the statement, your child is my child.
But it wouldn't last.
This is yada yada or nada yada.
I ain't got nothing to say, y'all. I'm gonna just let the ad play, man. I'm trying to get through the video, bro, without keep stopping it and goddamn going on a rage. You feel me?
In 1934, Britain's legal hold in what was now the Union of South Africa officially ended. The remaining white minority, the descendants of Dutch colonists, took control, and they built on the foundation the British were leaving behind. Between 1949 and 1971, the all-white government passed 148 laws solidifying apartheid.
Apartheid allowed for the full realization of the ambition of the fascist project in South Africa.
In 1950, the Population Registration Act officially classified people by race: white, colored, and native or black, and eventually Asian. Then they made laws saying where people could live. Around the country, black South Africans were moved into these areas, called homelands or Bantustans. Bantustans were rural areas and had underdeveloped economies. Many of them were in the areas Britain had already excluded from the railway economy, and where black land ownership had been restricted to. Black people were forced to carry passbooks that specified where they were allowed to work or travel to. In cities like Cape Town, the Group Areas Act moved the remaining non-whites into separate urban areas.
The most prime land and the land closest to high-valued property was allocated to white people.
In 1966, the government declared that District 6 was now a whites-only area. The residents of District 6 received...
Maybe it's my fault. What? I don't care, bro. I don't care. Like I said, since I wasn't really paying too much, I don't think I was ever even taught this in school, that it's the same shit. I never even thought out there in South Africa, bro, that they was making it to basically like blacks couldn't drink water out there, even on the good fountains. Blacks couldn't drink on water fountains too. I thought that shit was literally just here. I thought that was just here, bro. And the fact that that was going on in South Africa too, way back in the back days, is just crazy.
Removal letters like this one that said living there was illegal because they were not white.
That's crazy.
Bulldozers drove into District 6 and razed it to the ground.
What the fuck?
We lived here. We had a life here.
It was very traumatic for a lot of people.
It's like ripping out someone's heart.
More than 6...
Quick question though. These two people that speaking, they are considered colored people, right? Right? They gotta be, right?
60,000 people were forcibly removed from their homes. This kind of violence against non-white people was commonplace around the country. But after decades of pressure, both from within South Africa and abroad, apartheid...
That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. I just want to get out there and just box, bro. On some Mike Tyson shit, bro. I just want to Mike Tyson me some motherfuckers, bro.
Rule finally came to an end. The new government lifted restrictions on where people could live. Millions of people who had been excluded from economic development for centuries migrated to major cities looking for basic services and economic opportunity.
For any family with no prospect of employment, the most rational, logical choice to make is to migrate to an urban center.
They settled where there was empty land, creating townships on the peripheries of major cities, like Cape Town. The government built millions of homes and expanded clean water and electricity.
But it had a number of unforeseen consequences, the most important of which is that the only land that could be used for the public housing program was on the periphery of the city. And for that reason, a brilliant intention to overcome the apartheid legacy unintentionally reproduced the very same legacy it was trying to undo.
Today, 60% of the mostly Black population of Cape Town lives in these townships at the edge of the city. The thing is, Cape Town city center has land to develop, but because of its location, it's valuable. So it usually gets sold to private developers who build luxury apartments. Nearly $1 billion worth of them are going up by the coast. But right in the heart of Cape Town, by all the expensive developments, District 6 remains.
I want to know, is the buildings at least some Black owners? Is it involved? Like, oh, is this shit just white, tea? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Remains largely untouched. The former residents have fought against private development.
Probably not though, right, huh? Maybe today, some Blacks got up in there, but back in the back, like we talking about, nah, probably not.
And they've actually succeeded. Some have even managed to return to houses built by the city.
I wanted to come back here where I was born, which was part of our whole family's heritage.
I couldn't believe that I was back. It was a sense of relief.
But there are still hundreds of claimants waiting to get back to District 6.
We haven't done the difficult and the painful work to confront what the intergenerational consequences are of colonialism, of apartheid.
The story of Cape Town and South Africa's racial segregation starts far in the past, but it's very much entangled with the present. Apartheid and colonialism here are over, but many of the barriers they built have yet to be dismantled.
The kind of psychic scars that's left on the...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Look.
Oh,
there you go. Imagine, what is that though? They saying it's a line. I wonder how easy, you probably just jump a fence or something, huh? If you was in one of them houses or anywhere close, you still in the hood, bro. You still in the hood. Seriously, cause it ain't shit. It ain't shit if it's easy. I don't know if it's easy accessible. For somebody from over there on Nam, you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to pronounce it wrong. Getting over there and kicking your motherfucking dough in, bro. Because over there, they don't got better water, don't got better food, and it's only a fucking line dividing these people, bro. So when they get over there, and they kicking your shit in, and your TV going back the fuck over there, don't be goddamn da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. I don't know how easy it is to access, because I know if that was some hoods that I know of, and the rich, the nice living people was just across the tracks, motherfuckers is finna go in your house, bro. Am I saying that is right? No. But y'all know why they doing it. Is the reason though.
Dismantled.
The kind of psychic scars that's left on individuals and on communities. We haven't begun the work of saying, how do we live together, right? In the face of that history.
Alright, man. That's it. I'm feeling like a boxer, bro. I want to choke somebody, bro. I shouldn't have watched this, bro. Because I didn't know this, but I guess, no, I don't know. Yes and no. Like, yeah, you should know this, but this shit just makes me angry because why? 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 Why in South Africa is this shit going on, bro? Or was going on? Or they say it's still segregated, and this came out 2 years ago. What the fuck? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all is, bro? That should be my thing. That should be my thing. Who the fuck y'all think y'all is? Who the fuck y'all think we is? You know? We some shit, bro. You feel me? But that's just me. That's just me. That's why I'm trying not to even get into all that on here. But at the same time, I am trying to speak my mind. Because this shit just be wicked. It just be wicked. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. And catch me on the next reaction.